Hi team 219, how are you? I hope everyone's doing well. Back again for yet another math lesson. That first lesson this week was awesome. It was kind of like a science experiment, and luckily for us, we're going to have yet again another lesson that's going to be like a science experiment too, so I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Today's learning target is I can estimate and measure mass in metric units. So again, it's probably one of those times where you're like, what are you talking about, Mr. White? So there's two words that I want you to really focus in on today's lesson. And that is gram and kilogram. So let's say that together. We have gram and kilogram. And what are those two things measuring? They're measuring the mass, down here I put in big capital letters, the mass of an object. But for right now, remember, two words you want to focus in on, gram and kilogram. All right? Now, as we move further here into our Unlock the Problem, what we are going to do is we are going to look at some different things, but I wanted to do a quick review with you guys just so we're on the same page about some different things before we get started with the Unlock Your Problem. First things first, gram, I want you to think, when you think of the word gram, it's small, okay? Small objects you're going to use to measure grams with. Now, kilogram, I want you to think big, all right? Now notice how I put that. Gram equals small, kilogram equals big. If you can remember that throughout the lesson, I think it's going to help guide you, all right? Next up, I put 1,000, not to be confused with 100, right? 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. I need you to remember that the entire time. 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. Remember, gram small, kilogram big. Now, a dollar bill, right here, a $1 bill, the president on it is George Washington. Which president of the United States was he? First, second, third, last? I don't know. You tell me. Bonus question. So the dollar bill, again, is 1 gram. It weighs 1 gram. And next, I don't even need that much equipment, right? A laptop weighs about 1 kilogram. So think about it. Dollar bill versus laptop. Which one's bigger? All right, so now you're seeing why I put kilogram big, gram small. Now, this last part, I'm going to hold off till the end of our video here to explain what that is. So these are the things that I want you to really take into consideration as we are reading the Unlock Your Problem. Okay. Again, just to reiterate, we are on lesson 10.8, page 419, and the learning target is I can estimate and measure mass in metric units. Unlock your problem. Peter has a dollar bill in his pocket. Should Peter measure the mass of the dollar bill in grams or kilograms? Now, luckily for you, I already gave you the answer to this one, but it's okay because I wanted to do that because I want to guide you through this so you can do the share and show on your own well. Now, obviously, the first thing I would ask you if we were in class is, what's the first thing you do after you read a word problem, which the answer is, underline the important parts. So for right now, the important parts is Peter has a dollar bill. He's trying to determine whether he should measure the mass in grams or kilograms. Now for you, you've already learned that a dollar bill weighs about 1 gram. This next paragraph I'm going to read to you is where we start getting into the important things, right? The gram is the basic metric unit for measuring mass, or the amount of matter in an object. Mass can also be measured by using the metric unit kilogram. So again, today, what is this lesson? You're going to need to determine whether you should use gram, small, kilogram, big, to measure some different objects. Now, I love this next part of the Unlock Your Problem on page 419. It says in the box, the purple box, A small paper clip has the mass of about 1 gram. I honestly did not have one paper clip in this entire house. I searched the entire place, but I did have a dollar bill. So a paper clip and a dollar bill both weigh 1 gram. Think about that as we're moving forward. Then notice next to that it says a box of 1,000 paper clips has a mass of about 1 kilogram. 1,000 of these, you'd be happy because you had a little bit of money, right? 1,000 of these, if you stack them all up and put them on a measuring tool, would weigh about 1 kilogram. Again, remember, gram small, kilogram big. Now, the next thing I want you to take notice to is, again, the unlock your problem. I know I gave you the answer, so Peter would obviously measure it with grams, not kilograms, because we know that $1 is about a gram. But the next thing I want to do here is, I think that you guys are going to like this. I'm going to pretend, I'm a coffee. I'm going to pretend like my hands are a balancing beam, okay? Now, you guys would probably, a great comparison or analogy to a balance beam would be a seesaw, okay? And think about it. On a seesaw, whichever side weighs the heaviest, it goes down, okay? Whatever side weighs the heaviest, it goes down. So I'm going to try to act like a balance beam right here because I don't have one, and I'm sure many of you don't have one at home, to try to help you understand some of the questions that you're going to see in the share and show and the on your own. For activity 1, it says you need a pan balance, which again, balance beam we don't have, and then gram and kilogram masses. So we have our gram mass, the dollar bill, and we also have our kilogram, okay? So play along with me. It says you can use a pan balance, which we don't have, to measure mass. Do 10 grams have the same mass as 1 kilogram? Now, right now, you should be thinking to yourself, Mr. White has gone over a few things. How many grams equals 1 kilogram? I will give you a hint. So it's saying, do 10 of these have the same mass as 1 kilogram? So let me just show you this. If I had, let's pretend like I have $10 bills in this hand, and then I have my laptop in this hand. And look, I'm a balancing beam right now. This is what would happen. Why? Because the laptop is the same weight as 1,000 of these, not 10. So it weighs a lot more than 10 grams. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed my acting as a balance beam there. Now, let's fast forward a little bit into the second half of the lesson as you guys get into the share and show and the on your own. There's going to be a portion of today's lesson where you're going to have to say, they're going to show you a balance beam, they're going to show you where it stands, and they're going to ask you, they're going to be comparison questions. So it would be like, is a dollar bill less than, the same as, or more than a laptop? So let me give you another, that question again. Is a dollar bill less than, the same as, or more than a laptop? So, if you guys hear that, that's Alexa going off in the background. She thinks I'm talking to her. Sorry, Alexa. She runs wild, especially during quarantine. Okay, hope you guys thought that was funny. Didn't mean to do it. Alexa, please stop. Sorry. So back to our regular scheduled program. Is a dollar bill less than, the same as, or more than a laptop? The answer would be, it's less than. Remember, this is a lot smaller than this. Now, I hope this really helped you guys as you embark on today's lesson. I actually think today's lesson may be a bit easier than 10.7. I hope you guys feel the same way. If you have any questions or concerns, remember, just ask me right in the discussion. I'd be happy to help you. Miss you guys. Hope you're safe. Hope you're healthy. I'm glad that Alexa joined in on our lesson today. And I hope to see you guys soon. Peace out.